Welcome back to Salesmen After Hours. What?
Who's that?
Hi.
Who is that?
You're usually over there.
Hey.
I think. Well, usually you're kind of
Like
over
right.
over there. Yeah, somewhere like that, somewhere around there.
You usually see my forehead go right.
It's so big
Oh.
and large and reflective.
Damn. We're fucking what? We're like 15 seconds in. Jesus Christ. Hey guys.
We're doing a little bit of a different episode today. We have Chelle with us on the couch here. Because it's another 5-week month, and we were like, you know what, let's get a little experimental. Let's kind of shake things up a bit.
Yeah.
And we got us three, a little triple chicken coop episode.
Hey.
Triple chicken coop, huh?
Your sweaty wet foot is on my hand.
I'm sorry.
God, good lord.
Ew, but you...
Also,
what?
let me be manager for a second. This has no reason facing where I usually am. I should be able to see the levels from where I am right now.
How does this
True.
feel for you?
Strange and unusual, and it feels like I shouldn't be like speaking. I feel like I need to like cut myself off. I'm like, I'm not on camera.
I remember that one time on Strong Island when I sat in the left chair instead I sat in the far left instead of the far right. It's weird. Like, you don't expect it to be weird.
That was scary.
But when you sit in the same spot for like 10, 12 weeks or whatever, and then you switch all of a sudden,
That's
like
freaky.
it's fucking...
It's like when your teacher has everyone get into class and goes, don't sit down, we're switching seats.
Yeah.
No, that was the worst, because remember, did your teachers make you go stand at the front of the class and then like one by one made you like sit down?
Yep.
That was so scary, because all of my friends would get called first, because my last name starts with a K, so I was always in the middle. And I would see all of my friends sit down, and then I would always be placed like next to like the like pleasure to have in class kid, and then like right in the middle of like the disruptor and like the like really loud one, because I was so quiet, so like people felt bad being loud next to me because I was small and quiet. So I never got to sit next to my friends, and I hate switching seats. And why did we start talking about this? Because I'm switching seats right now.
Yeah.
And I have the same fear. But I get to sit next to my friends this time.
True.
So in elementary school, you must have been in like the very beginning of like the alphabetical.
I was
always like the third act. Like depending on the class, I could even be a little more towards like the middle. But I was usually like third act. I felt so bad for the kid with the last name Chelle.
Yeah,
he
we
was
had
cooked. He was fucking cooked.
We had a Z also. In our grade, he was always fucking last.
We had, I think Zhang was the last one.
Zhang.
She's famous on TikTok now.
Really?
No. We should get her on the show.
She is like, no, we were not friends. She scares me because she's like a brilliant fucking genius. She got famous. Yup. She got famous on TikTok via a video that went viral when we were all applying to colleges, and you guys probably saw it. It has like 12 million views. She
Ours
did like
more.
the true.
You know.
She did like
jockey.
She did like the applying to all the Ivy League schools and seeing which ones take me, and then she got into all of them because she's a brilliant fucking genius.
That. No. We gotta.
No, I admired her so
What's her name? Zhang, if you're
much.
watching this, fuck you.
No!
What's that one?
Just
She
move?
was
kidding.
so smart
Just
and
kidding.
lovely.
Is it Tekken or Street Fighter? Like the leg sweep, or is that also like Mortal Kombat?
I think every fighting game has a leg sweep.
Like those, like anyone, like that is that smart, and it's like, oh my god, gonna do this, and then do that. I need to just give you a fucking leg sweep.
I'm
Like
down.
you piss
Yeah.
me off. You're pissing me the fuck off.
I'm different, whereas I admired them in high school because I was but a simple painter. Not to say painters aren't smart, because I'm smart.
True.
And now I'm a jaded underachiever, so
We literally had
just-
this conversation at dinner. I did everything and everything I could. But I did so many speeches in college because my professor said, "Do you want to do this for me?" And I go, "Yeah, brownie points."
I like Dragon Quest. All right.
Yeah.
What did we do this last week, guys? I feel like I think we did something pretty cool.
We got a gift from friends.
That's true. We got a gift from friends.
An actually really cool thing happened. Shout out to this company that Chelle's about to talk about, and we'll get into this really cool segment.
Hens.
Hens.
Our friends at Hens.
I'm considering them friends, best friends. The person I've been emailing, I would like to consider like a soulmate, like something
Hello.
like.
We'd love
The
to have
soul
you.
tie. You're
Yeah.
the love of my life.
Okay.
We'd love to have you on the show if you're listening.
Guy
ta-
from Hens.
I'm picturing it being like an also 23-year-old like me. Like I'm just picturing me. on the other side of the screen. And I'd like to think that we're best friends, and I'm assuming that they're probably in a different time zone because they email me at like 11 p.m. But my bestie over at Hens, I don't know their name either. It's not. This is not sponsored. It's brought to you by Hens.
Yes. Yeah.
And we'll have more content brought to you by Hens because
True.
we became best friends. Hens, the person at Hens that I've been emailing, if you're watching this directly, know that I'm your best friend, and I love you dearly, and thank you for every opportunity you've given us thus far.
Seriously, thank you.
Shouts out, as always, to Hens.
We love Hens. And the animal hens. Those are cool. But
True.
we watched The Surfer.
The Surfer.
With Nicolas Cage.
True.
Early release. It comes out tomorrow, actually.
Wow.
Today's May 1st.
Yeah.
In the real life. And it comes out tomorrow, May 2nd. And should I say the next movie we're watching too? Give them a little preview?
Yeah, fuck it.
Sure.
And then we're also going to be watching Fight or Flight with, I don't remember his name.
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
Blonde, bloody Josh Hartnett.
True.
And it's on a plane.
I'm hearing bullet plane, like bullet train on a plane. We haven't seen it yet, but we'll obviously be hearing from us.
Bullet Train was sick as hell.
It's such a fun movie.
That comes out May 19th, and we'll be watching it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also early, because we're so fucking cool. But yeah, this is, talking future tense, coming out tomorrow. Directed by Lorcan Finnegan, which, God, is the coolest name I've ever fucking heard.
That's true. That's like, sounds like an Oblivion character. Like,
Lorcan Finnegan.
Literally. Like fucking Game of Thrones or whatever.
When we were watching it, I kept saying it like that. I kept going, Lorcan Finnegan! And written by Thomas Martin. Not to discredit Thomas Martin, your name's cool too, but like, Lorcan Finnegan!
Relation to Dean Martin, or
I don't
Probably
think
not.
so.
Would be cool. Thomas Martin, if you're listening, let us know. Keep us in the know on your.
Genuinely, Thomas Martin, if you're listening, I think you're a fucking genius, and I would like to.
We will get into
need
that.
to pick your brain. Yeah, we're also. I should also say, there's so many prefaces, and then I'm gonna read the synopsis of the movie and then the writer's statement. So just buckle in. If you're bored, just press the skip through button. I won't mind.
Press the skip button until one of us
starts
Screaming.
sounding.
Yeah.
Not now, but like that's an example of what you'll hear. We're gonna, the three of us.
That's us. That's
1, 2, 3. What's up?
We're soon to start a little side quest of After Hours called. Should we announce the name?
Fuck it.
yeah, sure. Why not?
You do it. You came up with it, and it's so good.
No, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna wait.
Oh, we're gonna wait.
Change my mind.
We're gonna wait. Okay.
Keep you on your toes, dangle your
But-
balls a little bit.
Everyone be in the watching. Nope.
Everyone be in the watching. Everyone
Keep your eyeballs so damn peeled for us three in a thumbnail talking about similar things to what we're talking about right now currently in the near future. Wow. Okay. This is The Surfer, and this is the description that they gave us, but I accidentally deleted the first half of the sentence on the Notion, and I'm too scared to try to go back because I don't want to fuck more things up. So it's just gonna start with the cycle of the guys. I was so prepared.
Shit.
Because I didn't want to sound like a bumbling fucking stupid butt.
Take 2.
I have dyslexia and a hard time all the time, so... And I never participated in class, so this is new for me. The psychological thriller directed by Lorcan Finnegan. A man returns to the idyllic beach of his childhood to surf with his son, but his desire to hit the waves is thwarted by a group of locals whose mantra is... Don't live here, don't surf here. Guys, this movie's really good.
Guy was wearing
It's
a
so
Santa hat too.
It's such a good movie. Okay. Humiliated and angry, the man is drawn into conflict that keeps rising in concert with This is the sentence I have trouble with. In concert with the punishing heat of summer and pushes him to his breaking point. Him being Nicolas Cage.
Who is so
The
fucking
goat.
good in
Yeah,
this.
he's great.
Oh my god, he's amazing. He's amazing in everything. We were talking when we were watching it about how much of a range Nicolas Cage has.
Yes.
That's so underrated.
Like I said, like you see him, like think of like everything else that like he's ever done, and then think about like something like Long Legs, and it's like Jesus, like
It's so good. And me and my old friend used to have a Nicolas Cage fan account that's still active and alive. That's all the information I'll give you. Feel free to find it. The only pictures of me in middle school that exist are on it. So, go on a hunt. Writer's statement from our best friend, Thomas Martin, who I've also decided is our best friend again.
True.
We have so many new friends. And I'm going to try to read this to the best of my goddamn ability. I'm going to bring my iPoo close. It's going to be in frame. It's not perfect. I don't care. The Writer's Statement of the Surfer by Thomas Martin. The idea for the Surfer came to me a few years ago when I saw two surfers getting into a vicious fight over the right to ride the waves on a beach near Sydney, Australia. And it got me interested in localism. Extreme territorial behavior almost exclusively among males, which is rife in surfing communities around the world. I knew I wanted to write a film about it and about male violence, physical and psychological, and the toxic cycles of aggression that are passed down through generations and lurk beneath the surface of even the most progressive societies. I'm also really interested in the pressure points where men can be tipped over the edge and can lose themselves completely. The short stories of the Australian writer Robert Drew are big inspirations for me here. As in John Cheever's... Chevers? Cheevers.
Cheever.
As in John Cheever's The Swimmer, and the film of it starring Burt Lancaster, which always resonated with me on a personal level and made me think of my own troubled father. I always wanted to write something that spoke to those themes and that lived to my experience. Something about a father who becomes unmoored from his family and from his community and from himself, but I needed distance. I didn't want to be too close to my own life, and I saw those surfers fighting on the beach in Australia, whose only moments earlier seemed like two totally normal family men. I kept thinking, and it
is formatted weird.
If you pause because I screamed and you were like fast forwarding, that's not the scream. Keep going. keep going. It's formatted so weird. Sorry to this. It was copy and pasted directly from like the official Google Doc, so maybe it's on me for not formatting it. But it's also long. I don't know where I was, guys. Hold on.
Thinking about it.
Me when I'm thinking about it. Wow, I wish my eyes could track where you just pointed. What did you point to?
Oh, it just thinking about it. There.
Thinking about it. Only moments earlier seemed like two totally normal family men. I kept thinking about it, and I started to wonder what they were really fighting over. Simply the right to surf simply the right to surf that break, or something deeper about their identity and who they really were in that community. The story for The Surfer, it's in all caps, started to come to me from there. I'm from Ireland, but I've always been creatively drawn to Australia as a place to explore extreme frontiers in the environment and the landscape, and also as an arena to examine the outer limits of the human condition. That's a whack sentence, Martin. Sorry. That wasn't my fault. And when I discussed the idea with the director, Lorcan Finnegan, he agreed. We had to do The Surfer in Australia. It had to be an Australian film. Great choice. Lorcan and I connected over our shared love for Auspalation films and the films of the Australian New Wave. So, I wanted to tap into the sensibilities of those films and write a screenplay about a man who just wants to take his son surfing but ends up being pushed to the absolute breaking point. Thomas Martin.
There's something that I think you have criminally forgotten about over the past 24 hours. You know how you relate everything back to Mad Max?
That, yes.
It is
I know.
Australian film franchise.
So, okay.
That's true, yeah.
Let me, because, okay. That's the scream, actually. Stop. Everything coming next is
Welcome
not
back.
me reading off of the screen, except I'm about to read off of the screen again, but then I'm not going to. It's fine. You might be wondering what Auspalation means. These are films. I'm just going to read off of the Google definition because I don't want to sound like an idiot. Auspalation films are exploitation films, a category of low-budget horror, comedy, sexploitation, and action films made in Australia after the introduction of the R rating in 1971. And so Sean pointed at me and went, but you forgot Mad Max, because I run an unofficial Mad Max fan account on Letterboxd, CHELL3R0SE.
Kelpo Grits 54.
I think Bilboyo too. Give me 1 second.
It is Bilboyo too.
Let's go.
Because we put it in the vlog. I remember
That's
when
true.
I was editing.
Yeah.
But I love Mad Max with all of my soul, with all of my being. And I did not relate any of this film to Mad Max quite yet. Because the original Mad Max, 1 and 2 and maybe 3, but that's pushing it, are quite original Ozploitation films, in a sense, like lightly leaning towards it. And I love the original Mad Maxes, do not get me wrong, I am obsessed with them, I love them so dearly, but my soul lives in Mad Max Fury Road. And
It's one of the best movies of all time.
Of ever, in my favorite
You have
movie.
seen it, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
good.
I have.
I'm gonna make you watch it again. It's fine. But I, a film nerd and a film school graduate in last May, so I can't say last May anymore because May's coming up. That's fucked up.
It is May now.
So a year ago. Fuck
Wait,
you.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Fuck off. I'm looking.
Fuck
right.
off. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Love Succession. Why am I looking at my iPad? There's nothing there. I'm like yearning as the fucking person who does the background. I'm like yearning for something to do and like look at.
For just like a task to be doing. Well,
Usually I'm like looking up small chicken on the computer so they try not to laugh. But yeah, this movie, I can relate it to Mad Max Fury Road all I want, but I want to let it stand alone because there's a more important parallel or like media parallel that I want to make, but also that I want to actually get into the movie before I make that parallel because then it won't make sense and I need to cut myself up because I've been talking so long. Hey guys, hey.
I really like
Hey.
the movie.
yeah, I thought it was. 'Cause what you were saying about like those like 70s like exploitation
yeah.
or Ozploitation, whatever. Like, I feel like there were a lot of shots in this movie that felt like ripped directly out of one of those. Like, there's one in particular where he's standing up on like the dune or whatever, and it's like the camera is like zooming in on him in a way that like, it's gonna sound weird how I'm describing it. It just like the way the camera was moving seems like one of those movies. I know
It was
sounds
very
insane,
old wave.
but like
It was.
you'll know what I'm talking about.
It kind of reminded me, weirdly enough, as if I don't talk about Godzilla enough, the camera work in the movie gave like that shot. It very much reminded me of how the old Showa era Godzilla movies would like shoot and frame the human characters. It was very like, it was like so shoddy and weird and like you're zooming in with the camera. It was so cool. It was shot like a product of like an olden time.
Like, you
it
get
was
a
so
shot
cool.
from like on top of like a
70s,
building,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's zooming into like someone's fucking face on the ground.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It was very much like of the time that it was going for. If that like it's not of its time as in like 2025.
Like it's modern. It takes place modern day, but it is filmed like it was in the 70s.
yeah.
And it's like it's not in such a way and like let me say this first. We are not sponsored by this film. We're not
Yes,
sponsored by
yeah.
Hens.
We don't have to
It's
talk
important to
positively
say.
about it.
No.
Yeah.
These are our opinions and fuck, I love this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would that much. But ooh, I love it. But it's very like 70s Ozploitation films are very kitschy, very campy, very like they had to be because the R rating just came out and they were just testing the boundaries of what they could possibly do. And obviously this movie doesn't really need to test many boundaries because many things have already been done that are like fucking bonkers crazy testing the ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, Doom Generation is my favorite film. That movie does not have the version that I watched doesn't have a rating because it's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Watch Doom Generation. Don't watch Doom. I talked about this last time. I love Doom. Wait, hold my microphone. I need to show our friends who don't know Doom Generation my background because it's all Doom Generation. Wait, look.
It's a really sick movie.
It
I'll
is.
come up. To
Both
you
like
guys.
sick as in like it's cool and sick as in like I felt sick after watching
Yeah.
it. Like I was physically ill.
I know people like iPoo content. That's Doom Generation. That's some Twin Peaks. And then that's
Unsafe
out of
sex.
nowhere. And then this is my back. Don't look at my notifications. Just don't look at. Don't look at those things. This is my background. Yeah.
James Duval.
Yeah. Oh my
Love
god.
him.
James Duval.
Weird little boy twink.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
James Duhall, if you're watching, we would love to have you.
We would love to have you. We know you're a fan of the show.
But first, we want Isaac Leon Espinosa.
True. Isaac Leon Espinosa. If you are listening, we will fly you out. You can come on our show.
I'm not fucking around. I'm gonna start commenting on his stuff on the podcast account. Like, send him a message. I'm sure he'll do like a Discord call with us.
Let's go. Let's fucking
so
go.
Fucking sick.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Is that the one from Sinners?
No.
It'd be
a
really funny if
TikToker.
he was in Severance.
No, Sinners.
Oh,
Wait.
it would be even funnier if he was in that one.
Who are we referencing?
We'll show you.
Isaac.
I don't get the reference.
I'll show you after.
Okay.
But
The
yeah.
sci-fi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Like, again, we don't have to talk, but like, we're not fucking paid to do this.
Yeah.
But like, as like a raw reaction kind of thing, like, the first like maybe 25 minutes to a half hour, I was like, okay, like, what are we doing?
Like what? Yeah. What's the kick? What are we
You know,
going
like,
for?
it's a very short movie. It's only like an hour and 30, maybe a little more.
I think hour 38, I believe.
Something like that.
It's
Counting credits, it's about
103
hour and a half.
minutes.
So like when a half hour goes by and I'm not really sure what the fuck we're like doing with like the plot, I got a little concerned. But in retrospect, once the second and third acts like happen, it makes the first act better by proxy.
Yeah.
And it's real, like, it starts off clunky, but like, oh, it catches its stride
Yeah.
like that, and it is awesome.
Hold
for
that
the
thought
rest
for
of the
one
movie.
second.
Yeah.
We forgot to mention this in the beginning. This is a spoiler review. Also,
Yeah,
we're gonna be
yeah.
talking
So
spoilers
many
for the movie.
spoilers.
We
I'll edit,
forgot
like,
to
a-
mention that before.
Loose details like as we're talking, but we will do like a major like high five.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Spoiler
Yeah.
warnings.
Leave or die or listen to spoilers.
Yeah. But I feel like the the clunkiness that you're describing, I feel like comes from that 70s
It does.
style where like I feel like the beginning almost is so PG to kind of weed out any noobs. Like, you know how like Rocky Horror kind of does the same thing where like the whole beginning is like
It's just like a normal movie. And
Yeah,
then
like a
once they get to the
very-
castle, it's like
like a very vanilla whatever, and then once it gets like it gets really
yeah.
and like then we go like full throttle into it. I feel like that's what The Surfer really does really well. Because I feel like it just kind of goes from like, because if you didn't read the entire like artist's statement before it, which like I made everyone read the artist statement because I thought it was so cool, which I feel like gave us a good view of it because I don't know. I
We're
don't
such
need
good
to,
talkers.
I don't need to explain everything I say.
Easy to move on.
Exactly. But I feel like the beginning kind of serves as this like the synopsis literally says like this idyllic kind of like, ooh, wow, pretty beach, pretty surfer, pretty beach and
The water was
ocean.
like Baja Blast.
Yeah, the water was like unusually like clean and like clear look and whatever.
Aqua
It was-
green.
Yeah.
Pretty Baja Blast. The color grading in this film was
Yeah, it looked great.
tasty.
Not to mention how quick they fucking make Australians seem like complete assholes. Like
my
Nick
God,
Cage
yeah.
and his son are walking down this hill onto the dunes, and they bump past
Literally,
this guy.
some
and he goes,
Australian guy
"Fuck off."
who, unless I'm like misremembering, I don't even think was part of the crew. I don't remember seeing him the rest of the movie.
Oh no! That's
Like, he was just
he
like
just showed
an
up for
Australian
that.
guy that was just being rude to them.
Well, I
It's
guess
like-
he would have had to been part of the Bay Boys. The Bay Boys. Because
Because he
Yeah.
was surfing there.
Yeah,
he was
true.
surfing there.
He was probably in like the background of some
Yeah.
other scene.
Because if you don't live here,
You
don't surf here.
like it sounds cheesy. And when I first read it, I thought it was gonna be cheesy. I thought when they said that it was gonna be cheesy, guys, it fucked. Like, sorry, it fucked. It like everything about it fucked. I'm
Yeah.
trying to find the editor because I want to special shout out the editor, and I'm losing my breath because I haven't taken a breath. Hold on.
But like we were saying about how the beach and like all the surfers and stuff are like this like ideal image. Like when you see like the surfers' families later on, like near the end of the movie, how it's this picture perfect. Oh, they're having a family get together or like a picnic on the beach or whatever, and like all the kids are playing, and it's like on that side, like, oh, like this all like looks perfect. Like it just looks like a good day on the beach to.
And that's how they get you, because
Yeah.
they're really just fucking animals. It tackles a lot of interesting themes that we'll get into, but I think like right now, like that first, like the first act, like the first third, like is so like the whole movie's infuriating. You see Nicolas Cage get essentially like psychologically tortured over the course of a few days in this single parking lot up above a beach.
Yeah, I should also say it is a psychological thriller.
Yes.
It is.
That's the genre.
I was confused how it was going to be, and then once it all like caught its stride and I was like, oh, okay. It's like in everything that can go wrong will go wrong kind of movie. When he fucking handed over his watch to the coffee guy, I was like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot. Like, you know you're not going to get that shit back. But yeah, the whole movie revolves around like he's trying to buy this house on the beach, and like he gets caught up in all this shit, and literally everything goes wrong, and there's this sense of like, I think, male stubbornness. I saw on Letterboxd, it was like, why did the thought of leaving the beach not occur to him?
Because
he had to be right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an incredibly stubborn person, both like in a bad way and in ways that genuinely benefit me. Like when I know I gotta do something, like I gotta do it. And I think this movie really encapsulated like that male incentivized like stubbornness of like, I cannot be beaten by this, so I would rather suffer through it just to get what I want.
And the idea of
doing just walk away.
The idea of doing like literally anything, like you said, like when he gave him like his watch, he gave them his fucking ring, like his wedding ring. Like the idea of doing like, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do literally anything like required to do it, and it just keeps like everything you're going for, it just keeps taking a step back every time you take a step forward, and it's
just like the very classically masculine like lack of ability to realize that there's other solutions that may bring you peace that may also be harder, because like even in the first bit where it was like, even in the first interaction of like, you don't live here, you don't surf here, Nicolas Cage could have just been like, all right, son, let's pack it up. Let's go probably a mile down the road to another beach. But no, he had to surf there because of his childhood beach. Okay, great, get it, sentimental value. The next like thing was it was his car. No, it was board. It was a surfboard.
They took his fucking surfboard.
Yeah, after they like shunned him away from the beach, I think that was the first real thing. Like they were chirping at him like here and there, but I think that was the first time that they actually
fucked with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they took his surfboard and like, okay, great, another sentimental thing. He called the police. The police turns out to also be a bay boy. Spoilers, I know.
Spoilers.
This whole video was a spoiler. Don't watch it.
But also, as soon as the cop pulls up, you can tell.
Yeah, it's so obvious. Which is also campy 70s shit. So.
Exactly. And also like a testament to real life, because like even in like my own town, which I won't name by name because that's weird. Don't you don't know where I live. Like there's been so many times where people in my town have been setting off fireworks so close to people's houses and like babies for 4th of July, which like when I was a kid I was like, wow, this is so fucking cool. But now that I'm an adult and like sometimes I'll like take a walk outside, or like me and Sean are like driving down my block and I'm like, oh, we can't go here because they're setting off live fucking fireworks right in front of my house. The cops will get called, pull up and be like, yeah, firework party. Like it's so like, obviously localism is such a theme in the movie, but localism within like structures like that, like cops and firefighters and even EMTs, like this is not to say cops excluded. I have different opinions about cops. Firefighters and EMTs, they're very cliquey groups. They're very like localist groups. Like if you walk into a firehouse, obviously if you have like an issue, you're expected to like get help. But like there's been times where like I've known people whose like parents have been firefighters, and I've like gone to firefighter like picnics, and if you walk in and you're not a firefighter or the son of a firefighter or the daughter of a firefighter, or like you're already known, you'll get weird looks and you'll get egged on and you'll get ragged on. And it's the same thing as like hazing. And hazing only takes place really in frats, where like if you don't live here, you don't serve here. And you have to go through hell to be able to even be associated with this group. And like that holds true for so many things, but like specifically with like cops and firefighters and EMTs, and like specifically like the cop in this movie that we saw, like he was so of his like group and of his people that he just like he didn't give a fuck, and like the only person that showed him real care was the one woman. And like the movie doesn't pass the Bechdel test. We're not talking about that. Yes, they made like the one woman the savior, but it does so much for like that sentiment does so much for it. And I finally found the editor's name. I want to give a shout out to Tony Cranstoun, not
Tony
Cranston,
Cranstoun?
Cranstoun. It's with a U. The editor, fucking yum.
Yeah, seriously, great stuff.
I went to school to be a video editor, and yum. But
Good
yeah,
shit, dude.
I don't know how like into the plot. Do we want to just keep like analyzing the film bit by bit?
I mean that
I
was a
fuck
good
with that.
thread that we were on just before we found the editor. I mean, like,
Yeah, cause I cut myself off from rambling because again I usually just sit in that chair over there and I don't want to talk longer than I'm on the screen for, but now I'm on the screen and
now you're
that's
always on the screen.
Yeah,
it's weird and different. Everyone's looking at me and yeah, I've been hitting my vape. You haven't seen it.
Movie was
Anyways.
pretty good.
Yeah, the movie is really good. Oh, but I wanna before we get fully into it, I wanna say the piece of media that I was talking about before that this just
Yes, right.
lines up with so perfectly is my favorite book, The Stranger by Albert Camus. Martin doesn't reference The Stranger at all in his writing, but oh my god, it's just the climax of The Stranger, and like I don't want to
No
spoil
spoilers
it.
for Billy. I wanted to
Billy
read it so
I
bad.
Yeah.
won't spoil it for Billy, but I will talk about it in a way that people who have read it will understand what I mean. Like, this is literally The Stranger if Mersal was a surfer, and in the climax when Mersal is on the beach, like, the events that happened didn't happen. No. Scratch that, reverse it. The events that happened in The Stranger did happen, but Mersal had a surfboard and a need to surf. Like Mr. Salamano, Old Man Salamano, and his old fucking dog is literally the bum. There's a bum in the movie who's looking for his lost dog. And there's a character, for Billy who doesn't know The Stranger, there's a character in The Stranger named Mr. Salamano, and he has a really old fucking dog. And Mr. Salamano is just described as like this like, ugh kind of guy. This like nasty fucking like blistery skin,
Like the Grinch personified.
yeah, and like, well, the Grinch is like kind of like cute and whimsical. Like he's like,
I'm picturing like Dennis Quaid now, whatever he looks like.
yeah,
Fuck you,
just
Dennis
just
Quaid.
looks like a piece of leather.
yeah.
Dennis Quaid, your son is a lot cooler than you.
That's true. Shouts out Jack Quaid.
If I end up making it in Hollywood, I hope he's not watching, because that would be a good connection to have.
Me when I was on help.org, guys, I've been trying to.
Did you just look up Quaid?
My
Not
keyboard
even
wasn't
Dennis?
working. Guys,
One
if
of the
anyone
Quaids.
watching has a car that they want to donate, this is an aside. If anyone has a car or access to or wants a car to give to me, if anyone can give me a car or like a cheap car, please,
What
God.
does that have to do with Dennis Quaid?
Because I was on help.org.
Wait, look up Dennis Quaid like now, or like in 2025.
Now.
Just like a live feed of
I
his
was
like
gonna
fucking
say,
mansion.
Like this?
Like him in The Substance.
Oh, this was the icky gross guy in
Eating the
Substance.
shrimp with the
Yeah.
cocktail sauce.
yeah,
So yeah, no, exactly. Picture
just
that.
looks like he's held together by like paper mache.
But I'm not like an avid reader. I'm slowly becoming one, very, very slowly, very, very gradually. But
trying.
when me and Chelle started dating, like almost 3 years ago now, when they went away for school, they left me with rabies. No, with the book The Stranger, and it's so fucking good. Like, for me to say it's good, and like it really is just like The Surfer. Like, Billy, you gotta. It's a quick read.
I was
It's
gonna
not
say,
that long.
I've read
It's
one
so
book.
good.
I've read one book in the last 10 years, but I'll definitely pick that up.
It's so fucking good.
I've read it so many times, and like everyone says, like, oh, I reread my favorite book so many. I've read it to the point where I know the entire thing. Like, I know the first page. My mom died today or yesterday, maybe. I don't know. Like, I know it. Like, it's my. Ooh, I made a whole fucking like. I had a gallery show. I was allotted space for a gallery show, and I put an entire room. I made an entire room The Stranger themed, and
That's
I
sick.
rewrote the entire Stranger by hand.
That's sick.
God.
I'm still on page 88 of Siddhartha. I gotta
You
finish
gotta-
that.
I gave him Siddhartha. I gave him. What else have I given you? I gave you.
I like that one dude who was just like fucking. Wasn't there like
In
he had a
Siddhartha,
friend?
you mean?
He had a
Oh,
friend,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, he just be fucking.
Yeah.
It's just the story of Buddha.
The Surfer.
The Surfer, comma,
Hey,
the
everyone,
Stranger.
we're back.
It's so, like, I'm trying to find, like, the least spoiler way for Billy to describe it, but it's like, the Stranger articulates, obviously existentialism, but, like, the smaller points of it are, like, the idea of how you can articulate heat as insanity and heat as a feeling, and the feeling of, like, because when you feel insane, right, stick with me, everyone stick with me, when you feel insane, right, and, like, you feel like you're losing your mind, you're not cold. Brings a sense of peace. Like, you want to get into bed and, like, your pillow be, like, a little cold and, like, have, like a nice little breeze. Like, insanity feels like sweating, like heat, like sun berating you. Like,
when you, like... Hold on, give me a second. I thought I had an analogy, I didn't. You just gotta give me a second. Keep going.
But, like, both of these medias, I don't know how to describe it. Both of these things, The Stranger and The Surfer, they just so beautifully articulate something that's supposed to be so warm and so lovely, and, like, everyone's so happy now because the sun's out. But read The Stranger and watch The Surfer, you won't be so fucking happy that the sun's out. It makes you feel disgusted by the fact that the sun exists. And it just has this idea of, like they put Nick Cage outside and remove any way of him to get inside, and The Stranger has that kind of metaphorically. Like, Marisol is so existential. Obviously, it's an existential philosophy book. And, like, he's so singularly focused on one thing that it lands him, for those who have read The Stranger, wherever it lands him, not a great place, Billy. You'll find out.
Poor guy.
It's an existential book, so that's not really a spoiler.
And you see Nick Cage lose his fucking mind in this.
Yeah.
It's bad. And it's believable. He starts acting like the homeless guy that we mentioned before, the one with, like, the lost dog, the bum.
Yeah.
And it's like, it feels like this, like the cycle's gonna repeat itself, like, oh, Nick Cage is gonna be the next
old guy.
The next pope. The papal conclave is electing Nicolas Cage as the next
I'm so
bum.
down, dude. Honestly, let's do it, dude. Let's go. Let's run it.
I hope the papal conclave actually elects Isaac Leon Espinosa of TikTok fame.
I'm down also. I'm down with that. Let's run it.
Oh, but then I thought you were talking about the one of the governor candidates of New York.
What? Oh, what?
Who, guy, every time you say
the cardinal
Isaac
from New York?
No, I'm confused now.
We'll show you Isaac after the show. Don't worry.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of. Hold on, this is important. I swear on my life, because it's about New York politics. And,
the guy getting elected currently for New York City.
The one. What's his name? Zoran Kwame.
Yeah, he's so
my God.
I can't believe this is getting said on this episode, guys. If you're a New York City resident, please vote for Zoran. please. Do you want cheaper public transportation? Do you want cheaper rent? Do you want your life to be better? Vote for Zoran, the Surfer.
We're not paid by the Surfer. We're not paid by Zoran.
No,
we just love them both a lot.
Zoran, if you're watching.
Are you asking him for money?
I'm kidding.
No, Zoran, if you're watching, we love you. And we support you.
We love you.
Oh my God. Anyways,
love to have you on the show.
The Surfer and masculine. There's so much about this movie that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
There's so much on masculinity. I feel like if I were behind the screen right now, I would pull up Notion and make a list of, like, what they could talk about. But now I'm not. I have to do that in my brain. Like, we could talk about masculinity, we could talk about the, like, visual imagery metaphors, and then we could also just talk about, like, how fucking batshit, like, Uncut Gems wise crazy it is.
Yeah.
Where, like, because, like, they all
goes
just lead into each other. Because, like, I just feel like it also, like, I feel like the biggest point is masculinity.
Yeah.
And, like, kind of like what we were saying before, just this idea of, like, men want to be right. And that's usually their main goal, and it's a very masculine thing to not think, like, oh, what would benefit others? What would benefit me in the long run? What would, like, this kind of, like, bullet point list. Usually, in my experience, not with this one really, but in my experience with other ones, when men are presented with an issue, they either blow up and go, fuck, boom, 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 boom. That's a metaphorical gun. Boom, boom, boom.
I was gonna say,
metaphorical gun shooting everyone.
Jesus.
School shooting, yeah.
Like, think like Logan Kendall Roy in Succession. Not Logan and Kendall. Logan and Roman. Yeah. Really. This is not about Succession. Think like, just like hot-headed men that, like, if they are told that they're wrong, they will hold a gun to your head. Or there's men who will kind of go, ooh, and then just like, kind of like back up and like be like, ee. And there's no really middle ground, but they had the one woman in the film. There was 2 women in this film, actually. The one of the women in this film serve as this kind of like once Nick Cage was like at his wit's end, she was like, well, here's water and here's a phone and let's get you into some shade. And like, do I love that they had one singular woman be like the kind of savior of all of it? No, but do I love the movie? Yeah. But yeah, stop letting me ramble, guys. Start talking.
No, I mean, I think I do fuck, I don't even know what I was gonna say.
In terms of like the masculinity shit, like they lay it on like pretty thick. Like there's a scene where they're indoctrinating someone new to the Bay Boys, and the leader, what was his name?
Wait, I have the whole cast here, guys.
Scally.
Yeah.
Skelly.
He goes something along the lines of like, every man has a beast in him. It's just like this inherent violent nature that men think they all harbor, when really they've just created that for themselves, and now they just live by it.
I mean, there was that scene where Nicolas Cage was looking up the guy, and it's like the classic fucking TikTok like alpha angle where it's like the fuck, like he's like
you only see him
directly
from like the shoulders
and
up.
it's like
little worm's eye view.
Yeah, saying something about like fucking, I don't remember what he was talking about, but like it's if you've seen any of those videos in real life, you've seen it's exactly that.
He's like the Australian Andrew Tate. Like that's the main villain of the movie, and it's so fucking cool what this director managed to do and this writer with what they had, because like the movie literally only takes place in 2 places: the fucking parking lot and the beach.
Yeah,
and you like go through this whole journey in these 2 places. It's like, holy fuck. And the psychological sequence that they do during, spoiler, they try to indoctrinate Nicolas Cage, and it's revealed that all the hardships that he's been facing the past couple days were like planned out to like test him, like mentally, like
hazing.
They had his phone, they had his car, they had his dad's watch, his wallet, like everything. It was essentially just like a fucking frat house on the beach.
Yeah,
and they like drug him up. He takes a hit of God knows what. Oh no! First they inject him.
First they inject him, and
the
then
sequence is crazy. I don't even know how they did this. Where like he's laying flat on his back, like looking up at all the men, and it's rippling like water, and it's so fucking sick. Like I don't even have anything like juicy to say. Like, oh, it was so indicative of that. It was so fucking sick.
Yeah.
It was just such a good sequence. They nailed it.
Yeah.
Fucking nailed it, man.
And even like the scene where he's in like the bathroom of the parking lot or whatever, and he's like
so gross.
He's like not washing his face because the water was dirty, which he had to drink later, but that's besides the point.
He had to drink non-potable water. It was really gross. It was like orange.
He was like wiping his face or something, or like doing whatever, and like for like a second you see like the old guy with the fucking with the dog.
Yeah.
Who's like rubbing his face, and then it's like the old guy for a second in the mirror, and then it's back to him, and he's like, and it just moves past. He doesn't like, Nick Cage doesn't like realize like, oh, like what the fuck was that? He just like moves on and just leaves you with that for like a second to think about, and it's.
No, yeah, it's so like I saw one Letterboxd review that was like, oh, let's take acid and throw out anti-surfing propaganda. That's not what this movie's about. One, if anything,
anti-surfing.
like, because I guess in Australia there's probably like a big culture around that. I can only assume where surfing is quite popular, and where this movie was from. And like I can only assume because the Martin literally wrote it about like a fight he saw on an Australian beach.
Yeah.
Geared towards localism. And I feel like it's not anti-surfer in the slightest. If anything, it made me want to learn how to surf because it made surfing look so yummy. And this, like, I know this is not how surfers are. It's more of a, and I did investigate further, and that Letterboxd review was left by a man. So I fear that this movie might go over the heads of a lot of men and just go, they should have just let him surf. Well, I mean, they got him to surf eventually. Like, he obviously had to do all of these things to be able to surf to get into the club. Do you guys know what other clubs had, like, severe, like hazing rituals? The KKK.
Holy shit.
I'll bring it to that. The original. Maybe not the original, but one of the original. It's literally just this sense of, like, if men have power and they think they're right, they'll form a club. And if they form that club and get aggressive enough, they'll kill people. There's a lot of things in the world that are like that. Like cops do. Oh, we're getting political. Sorry, we're in our own studio now. I let them get political, and I'm bringing it to the table.
OMG.
I'm going to show up to work Pete Hegseth on Monday.
You've been saving that one for like weeks.
I fucking love that guy. He's so fucking... Oh, I can't say the R word.
But you get the sentiment. But like, still, it's like, literally just look at like anything run by men. Sorry. Oh, the one with the boobs and the vagina on the podcast is talking about misogyny. I know. Fuck off. Logan Roy.
Fuck off.
Okay. This is also why I got stoked about this movie, because it does this idea of like, because, okay. I have too much ADHD to be on this podcast. This is why I'm banished to the chair. Okay.
The chair.
The chair. It's by choice, not by they don't hate me. But there's been so many times where like I've said misogyny and people, usually men, have gone, no. It's been happening since I think I was 13 years of age. I can cite the first time. I can name the first man by name, but I won't because that's crazy, and his name's also like Turkish.
Name it and then bleep it out in the episode.
Okay. Chelle, bleep it. I'm editing this. Turkish name, yeah.
Wait, was it a boy?
Yeah.
It would be kind of funny if it wasn't, considering what
I did say it was a man who did it. A boy is better. Okay, I have to bleep it 3 times now. Stop saying it. God, it's just such a silly name.
His name is...
His name... but, like, it's always been the case of, like, if a man gets called misogynist, they go...
I know a lot of men who sound like that.
Yeah, most of them. And, like... I heard a quote from, I don't remember who it was from now. It was from one of my favorite TikTokers, and if I just describe her vaguely, she's very rich. She's from, I don't know, long black hair, but like the skinny one, not Chloe.
You're not whittling it down a lot.
To people who know what I'm talking about, I absolutely am. Her name is, God, like this is why I'm behind the camera, because then I go pull it up without having to say anything. There's 2 rich TikTokers who, like, make
I think
them...
there's more than 2.
Okay, no, comma. Ray's on my For You page. Go away. Sorry, love you, Ray. My brother.
Love you.
Shouts out to Ray.
I'm a clap your cheeks, boy. Hey, pull by your... But
Stop. My last 3 searches were nursemaid's elbow, which I convinced myself I had, even though nursemaid's elbow, it's a thing that happens to babies.
What is that? What is that?
I convinced myself that I have it, though.
Elbow.
Look at my
elbows. It, like,
elbows.
goes away. No. You showed me and Eric that last week. I'm not fucking looking.
My elbows are fucked up.
So gross.
Oh, yeah.
Taba Squishy Avocado and Corporate Goth. Those are my last 3 searches.
That's
Anyways,
sick.
Rich.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. On the trending thing under your search tab,
Okay.
I swear to God, I thought it said DEI Bart Simpson. Holy shit.
Becca Bloom. My love. I love her so much. She's so rich and I love her. Becca Bloom. We don't have the same for you pages, guys. I'm a girl at heart.
Mine has been Radiohead, Succession, Isaac Leon Espinosa, and and Joshua Block. Josh.
No.
Just saying.
No.
Just saying, buddy.
No.
I don't think we can do that. I don't think.
If you're hanging out in Nassau County,
I think there's moral implications there that we are not equipped to deal with
I
at the
would
moment.
call the police or like a mental health professional.
True.
And like lock him in a room with them. Don't no. Okay, Becca Bloom. Becca, on
leave
TikTok.
a like if you want
love
us
of my
to
life.
bring Josh on the show.
Don't.
Go ahead.
She said a quote a couple of weeks ago in a TikTok that kind of just changed my perspective of everything. And she said, misogyny is not personal, it is systemic. And that blew my fucking mind on how to articulate that concept to men. And I feel like the surfer kind of, obviously the one woman is the savior in the movie, whatever. But I feel like it does kind of show, because like all of the men in the movie, which was the majority of them, were all very characteristically,
Yeah.
like masculine, testosterone-filled men.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there was one scene where there were 2 French people going to surf, and Nick Cage was like, "Don't fucking surf here, you're gonna get beat up." And of course, the man surfer was like, they were friends, who was like, we are surfing. And the woman was like, "We should fucking listen to him, actually. That, like, this is, like, actually, we should leave." And the man ended up, like, getting his entire face, like,
Yeah, he got
beaten
his
to a
shit rocked, dude. It was like
Shit
one
fucked
literally
up.
one guy was like holding him by the shoulders and like
He like threw him into the other guy's
threw him
punch.
forward into the other guy. Fucking dude, like I said during
So
the movie,
sick.
like I hate to give it to them, but that was kind of sick.
That's sick. That's some fucking like DBZ
Yeah,
tournament of power
literally.
shit.
Literally. Piccolo and Gohan.
True.
That'd be like a training move.
They were in the movie.
They were,
They were.
actually.
I didn't know
Nick
they got
Cage-
the rights to it.
Nick Cage is so good at keeping his mouth open.
Yeah.
Like there was like an entire third of this movie where his mouth was just agape.
Yeah.
He was just.
Is his mouth open in the cover
No.
It'd be
image?
think
really
so.
funny if it was.
Yup.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Nick Cage, if you're
He loves it.
watching,
Nick Cage is not watching this.
would be so sick.
If he is, that would be
There's
cool.
a chance. Maybe he's
Hey.
scrolling on the interwebs. He's like, oh, I really wonder what people are saying about my new movie, The Surfer. And we're
Well, I hope he likes that
Where
fucking.
there?
Why am I forgetting the word for it? What the
what?
fuck?
What?
Jesus Christ!
keep-
Move on.
no,
Move
keep
on.
thinking.
Move on.
No.
Dude, like I said, carts have had a fucking wait, whoa, no. Oh no. Carts have had irreparable amounts of damage
Impression.
to the human brain.
That's
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I hope he likes that impression that you just did.
I did a movie with Pedro Pascal like 2 or 3 years ago.
That's true. I
that
still gotta
movie
watch
was
that.
fucking awesome.
I
The
still gotta watch it.
unbearable weight of massive talent. Oh my god. It's so good.
I gotta see that. I still
I
haven't-
also got to see that.
It's so fucking good. It's funny because I feel like out of the 3 of us, I'm like the least Nick Cage fan. He's fucking awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, but like he's not in like my upper echelon. But fuck, this
I
movie
never
might
like
have
me
pushed him
neither.
there.
I never really I always thought he was like fine. Like I thought it was cool. But I never really like cared until I saw fucking what's it called, Long Legs. And then I was like, damn, he can do that. Like Jesus Christ.
Oh my god! When I was little, I was terrified of that scene from The Wicker Man.
Oh,
Not the bees!
yeah.
Not the bees! It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it scared me. And the bees, they went mouth on his face. Oh,
That's why I could never watch
no good.
Candyman.
What
I mean,
happened to
when I was a
Candyman?
kid, when I watched
Yeah.
it with specifically, there's a scene where he has like bees coming out of his mouth.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's
fuck that.
I've seen it now, obviously, but literally for like years and years as a fucking kid, I could never even like bring myself.
No,
Which I shouldn't have been anyway because I was a kid. But besides the point.
Exactly. But you said Nick Cage was in our upper echelon of actors. My upper echelon of actors is Michael Cera, Kieran Culkin, Paul Dano.
Where's Jesse Eisenberg fall in that?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Just like a bunch of autistic little white guys.
I love all of them. So Michael Cera. What can I say?
What are my top 4 favorite actors?
Michael Cera.
Actually, no, yeah, I don't know who my favorite actor is. That's
Well,
really
you know,
funny.
We should do like a top. We'll do a top 5 thing.
That could be our first. That
That would be
like
the first real episode of the show that we were talking about that we're not going to say the name of yet.
that we keep alluding to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll work on the logo for that so we can
OMG.
say the name of the show. But yeah, the movie's really good and I like it a lot and I think it does a really good job of showing just like in the same way that I said like the stranger and the surfer used the sun as a metaphor for insanity and like pain.
Mm-hmm.
Someone just liked my review of the surfer on Letterboxd.
Yes, same timing.
Shouts out Leo Darby 92 for liking my review of the surfer.
Shouts out. We'd love to have
We can't. Honestly, if we ask everyone in the world to be on the show, someone's
Someone's
Yeah.
gonna say yes.
Isaac Leon Espinosa will.
Yeah.
Oh, but I brought up my review to remind me of if you see the surfer and you think of us, or if you watch the surfer and you're watching us now, if anyone knows what those fucking Bay Boys were wearing, those like
those sweatshirt blankets.
It was
like,
kind of
I'll put a
like,
picture.
What were those things in the late 2000s and early 2010s? Snuggies?
Yeah, kind
Like
of
the
yeah, they're
wearable
like
blanket.
blanket
It was kind
things.
of. It was like a weird snuggie hoodie.
It was like
Very
a hoodie, like a sweatshirt, but if you took the bottom and then like extended it down to like knee level,
Yeah.
or like lower leg.
Like none of you are hitting it. It's actually so it's like a towel, like a thin towel with a V-neck, and it's like muscle tee, and it's a hoodie.
Okay,
But it goes down to like mid thigh,
It's very cool.
and I want one. Also, Billy, has the Twin Peaks complete soundtrack have
I
been
was
playing
just
this whole
gonna say.
time?
wait, is it not paused?
It's not paused.
Damn,
We're at
that's
we're
fucking
at-
crazy. That's been going for like an hour.
Half Heart. Is that the song?
Half heart, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
my
remember.
my
what
last
that is.
major point of the movie, and again, major spoilers, but if you're watching this far, you're already listening,
Yeah.
so whatever. This movie definitely has one of my favorite uses of Chekhov's gun I've like ever seen.
Yeah.
Because like it completely subverts what you think is gonna happen, because he finds a gun. It's
Yeah.
the old man just kind of has had a gun ready to. I guess he's been prepping to use it for a while, and Nick Cage like sees it and he takes it, and you think he's gonna go down there and fucking kill the people that have been terrorizing him, but not quite. Go see it and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil like the ending, because it's so like mind fucky good. Like I've always been searching, or I always am searching for a psychological thriller that actually feels like it psychologically thrills me and also like fucks me up. And every time I Google psychological thriller, it's like
horror.
yeah, and it's like what's one of my favorite movies when I was a kid? The ballerina one, Black Swan.
Black Swan.
It always gives me like Black Swan and the other one about the fucking cannibal guy. Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah.
Carts
Like
have done
fucking,
irreparable damage to our brains.
Like baby's first psychological horror.
Yeah,
and
it's like-
Here's a little psychological horror. You'll get a little bit scared and you'll get a little confused.
Silence of the Lambs is more of like a beautiful drama than a psychological thriller.
But if you
But,
look
like,
it up,
I'm like,
it says it.
I like never want to think again after seeing this movie. Like that's what I'm looking for in a
Yeah.
in a psychological thriller.
Like,
That's
it's-
what's up.
Yeah, it's like one of those movies that like if you're an artist or a creative person or like a thinker or a creator, like I find it very common that like when I'm watching a movie I try to piece it all together as I'm going, and I know you both are because we watch 10 billion movies together. But like I always try to like think of like, oh, they're gonna go here and then this is gonna happen, and then I like my expectations are there, and then my expectations are there, and usually a good psychological thriller was what guys
Psychological thriller will
subvert your expectations and like fuck you up and go like wee, like turn left when you think they're gonna go right. But this one kind of like, it didn't have a solid, like, reasonable, understandable ending. It kind of took a lot of things they nodded to, tied them together in such a way that, like Billy said, left you wanting to not think. And that's what I need and yearn for in a psychological thriller. Because I don't want to, like, have to figure out and rationalize the meaning of every single thing and go like, well, he got hazed into the fucking Bay Boys and he like got the whole thing and then the bum came back and he did this, blah, blah, blah. And like I don't want to give reason to like what happened in the last few minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Because like it was just so like it was so in tune with what I can imagine both the director and the writer and the editor and the creative director, like what all of their minds just kind of like melded together. And I feel like it would almost be a disservice to try to articulate what they even meant by it. Because it felt so personal but so accessible for like everyone. And yum.
So go see.
I agree. Yeah. Yes, please go see The Surfer in, I think it's in theaters, is it? It's getting
It'll
a theater
be in
release?
It's just around the
theaters.
corner, I think.
Tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah, something like
May
that.
2nd is
support
when it
your
comes
local
out.
movie theaters,
Yes,
please,
yes.
please support movies.
Go Art House. You know what? Let me do some of the work for you guys. Let me look up where The Surfer is playing, like, Art House locally. Hold on. The last search was Dennis Quaid right now. The Surfer. Fuck.
Urfer.
The
The
Urfer.
Surfer. Showtimes.
Well, I guess it's only going to be showing theaters near us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but there are, like, Long Island.
True.
I'm assuming most of you people are from Long Island, and if you're
Maybe.
not, look it up yourself.
Damn.
Yeah, like don't. Sorry, respectfully, God. Like don't go to a Regal, don't go to an AMC, go to a Playhouse.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying. But like also see the fucking Surfer, but also like support Art House. Like that's the Minecraft movie really did that for me. Like it made me realize that wow.
Art is slowly dying.
Yeah,
It's up to us to keep it alive.
Yeah, I think with the death of David Lynch, he took art out with it, and it's up to us to bring it the fuck back.
Chicken Jockey.
No!
Flint and Steel.
My last movie searches were The Doom Generation and Glengarry Glen Ross. Also, if anyone wants to buy me tickets, and John and Billy wants to buy us tickets to Kieran Culkin's Glengarry Glen Ross.
Good luck. Good fucking luck.
Can you please get me tickets to that? I would really like to see it. Wait, there was another point I totally forgot. I don't know how long we've been recording because I'm not right there to check. I don't know. I'm editing it, so I'll deal with it. There's also this underlying point that I genuinely don't know if they like mean for it to be a point or not, but because all of the names or the casting in the movie, like the names of the people are like obviously the surfer, the kid, the estate agent, the mortgage broker, and then the Bay Boys are Curly, Pitbull, Scally, Blondie, whatever, the bum, you know? And it feels very intentional that they made, and maybe I'm projecting because I like currently work in real estate as a receptionist. I can't sell you a house, but I can put your house on market. It feels very intentional that they made it that Nick Cage was buying a house and that the whole kind of underlying thing was that he needed his phone to call the agent to get the house. And like the house was like right up on the beach. Like he was kind of selling his, like trying to like ruining his whole fucking life or like week. It was also Christmas.
Yeah.
Like he was ruining his time just to buy this house so he could live there to surf. Not to surf there, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like it was very intentional that they did that because I feel like realty, realty, like the world of real estate is very inherently like, it's, when you think about it at first, you think of like a lot of feminine agents and like all of those like benches that like have like the pretty little lady sitting right there. And it's like, real estate company, real estate. I'm not saying any real estate companies because I don't want people to know where I work. But I like working in real estate and being a receptionist there for like a year now. I'm not just, I do social media for them. I'm diminishing myself. I'm a social media manager for them. Anyways, God. It's very like the men in real estate have this sense of like, I'm the best and everything I say is right and you're gonna buy this house because I'm telling you to. And every like woman agent I've met is like, I don't really care if you buy this house. I just want to help you. And like, I hate to be so binary about it, but like, the movie brings up a lot about binaries, and like, it feels like a valid conversation for binaries, and I don't, this is a tangent in and of itself, but I don't want to diminish the conversation about binaries by bringing in the idea of non-binaries. I'm non-binary.
I was going to say, isn't that you?
I'm non-binary. But I feel like the conversation of binaries and how they can be characterized in media is very important to have without the idea of including a non-binary in terms of like phenomenology, is what I'm talking about, not like actual gender. Because non-binaries are valid. I'm non-binary. I'm not invalidating myself. I'm just saying this movie is binary and there's no queerness about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very man does man, woman does woman. The ending is an acid trip.
Man does man. That sounds fucking gay.
Dude.
Man doing man.
Dude, that's like us.
Is there something I don't know about?
Yeah. Go see the movie, guys, please.
Yes, go see the movie. I'm preventing this episode from being done, obviously, but
we have to finish Succession at home.
I don't. We also have a podcast that we like have.
I know, but we have to finish Succession. We have to know what happens with Kendall and Roman.
I'm so stressed. And Tom Wamsgans.
One of the most insane names in television.
God. Wait, say that?
Wamsgans.
Wamsgans? Wait, wait.
WAMBSGANS. Wamsgans.
That's fucking sick. That's wow.
He was the lead dude in Pride and Prejudice, which I want to see. I've never seen
it. Oh yeah,
I've never seen Pride and Prejudice.
I know that guy.
I feel like on our first like episode actually announcing the thing that we were alluding to, I feel like we should do like conversations about our favorite media overlapping, because like we have Succession and then we have Severance and then we also have Twin Peaks, and like I feel like there's, besides Twin Peaks, there's a lot of crossover between like Succession and Severance and the idea of corporateness, and I feel like we could talk a lot about that because me and Billy work in office, and me and Sean work with a kid that I don't want to release too much information about, and Sean's also in school, and I feel like that is such a fun dynamic of talking about corporate because there's a lot of corporatism in college. Anyways, real estate, masculinity, there's a tie. Men think they're right. I think everything in this movie was beautifully intentional. And I also, like, I just love the idea of having the names be, like, the surfer, the kid, I'm just going to read down the list. The surfer, the kid, the estate agent, Curly, Pitbull, Scally, mortgage broker, Blondie, work colleague, Blondie's wife, Blondie's daughter, the bum, the barista, voice of Helen, drug dealer, the surfer as a child, the photographer, Mr. Suit. Guys? Hey.
Mr. Suit?
Who is Mr. Suit?
I'm not remembering Mr. Suit.
The receptionist?
Spoilers. That could be the dad. Yeah,
he was in a suit.
That's kind of crazy that... No, they have the surfer's father.
Then I have no fucking clue.
Okay.
This isn't the first movie that Nick Cage has been in where his name, like his character's given name is just what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Willy's Wonderland, he was the security guard.
And then he was the long legs.
If there's a movie you shouldn't watch, it's probably Willy's Wonderland. Not your best showing, Nick, but I get it. You got to secure the bag. I heard you were like in debt for a while, so you probably just needed to pick that up for a little extra changey. So, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Guys, I lied before.
What?
I haven't seen Mad Max Fury Road. I don't know why I said I did.
I know you haven't.
I don't know why I said I did.
I knew. Because I know you, and I know when you lie. I know you because you never lie, and you did a thing that you never do when you talk, because you never lie. Because you just looked at us and went, yeah. You don't do that when you're sure of yourself.
It has to be the next movie you put in the rotation.
Oh my good lord!
Wow. We'll be talking about Mad Max Fury Road very soon.
You've never seen Mad Max Fury Road?
It's gonna change like everything.
I watched it for a month straight to go to sleep.
That's crazy. That's
It's not a sleep movie. In fact,
I was
it's
gonna say, isn't
moving
there,
at
like-
all
It is a
times.
2.5-hour chase scene.
that's
Yeah.
sick.
It is my favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you, Australia. Thank you,
Yes.
Nick Cage. Thank you, Hens.
Thank you, Hens. Thank
That
you,
was,
Lorcan
that was a
Finnegan.
weird order for thank yous.
Wait, yeah.
Thank you,
Director.
Hens, for allowing us to see this movie
Yes.
early. Thank you, Lorcan Finnegan and Thomas Martin, for creating this movie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Australia,
For being there for them to make this movie.
Wait, also, if you're from Australia, no one's from
Come on the
Australia. I check
We'd
our
love to, if you're from Australia, we'd love to have
Crikey.
you.
I'm on Salesmen After Hours.
I check our demographics frequently. We've never had Australia, but if you're from Australia,
One of
are you
these
just
days.
okay with bugs flying on your face? They're, like the whole movie, people like I don't know if it was a movie effect or if it was an Australia thing. I don't know. I have to look it up, but it freaks
It
me
happened
out.
in Breaking Bad a lot, too.
Well, because as we were saying this,
Were
they
they in
have
Australia?
spiders the size of like fucking PlayStations on their walls, and like I'm sure
size of
like
PlayStations.
like I've seen that. I've seen fucking videos of like spiders like the fucking like the size of. Yeah.
So thank you.
The way
fucked up.
the way I had a meltdown last night because there was a spider on the car door when I was trying to leave Sean's car,
And I had
like
to kill
broke
it,
down.
even though I don't like killing bugs.
I like got up, I saw a giant yellow spider crawling above me, like on the top of the door, and I just went, I have to kill you, I have to kill it. I can't handle bugs.
Thank you, Hens. Thank you, Lorcan Finnegan. Thank you, Thomas Martin. Thank you, Nick Cage, and everybody who worked on the movie.
Yes. Shouts out to everyone involved with the surfer, as always.
Again,
Shout
we
out
didn't
to
have to
Hen.
talk positively about it. This
Yes,
was not.
we weren't-
We are not fucking sponsored, but we just really fucked with the movie. So, go to your local cinema. Go see it for yourself.
Yes.
I've given my final piece about the movie. Please go see it, Billy.
Yep.
If you have any final piece about the movie,
Not really. Everything that you guys said, I said also.
Yeah.
Hey everyone.
My
Risa.
fingers look like little worms.
What?
Look at my fingers on the screen. Over
Oh,
there.
oh my God.
Look like little
Oh
worms.
shit! Wait.
Ain't that nice?
Oh. I thought.
Do you think they're
I
they're
thought
all
you-
in love with each other, the little worms?
I think like
Do you think they all love each other?
Oh,
maybe. Well, because there will be two that'll take care of each other, but then there's one that's left out because there will be
No,
two.
there's only 4 of them. I didn't put my thumb out.
Oh, okay.
I think
okay,
they're
then
like
yeah.
a cute little polycule, but like not toxic
Dude,
and
polycules
weird.
are sick as hell.
For real.
It's like
I think they all love each other and
check
take care
out
of
the
each other.
420 episode.
yes, yeah. The 420 episode is up now.
Yeah.
We have a Crumble review in it. We
Yes.
should probably edit the
Yeah.
title of it to add featuring Crumble.
That's true. Yeah.
Eric brought that to my attention. So
I'll do
thank
that.
you guys for watching. Thank
Yes.
you everybody who worked on the surfer, and fuck it, we'll see you guys
Yeah,
next
we'll see you
time.
guys.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Thank you, Hens. I won't be here for the next episode. I'll be back in my chair.
Sure.
Wow. Okay, bye.
I feel like there was like one more thing I had to say, but no. I have to like get up to end
Yes,
the episode. That's crazy.
Get up, get out of my dick.
Fucking excuse me.
I just said words. Let me see what Nico said. Sounds good, brother. No
Guys,
problem.
if you guys want me on more episodes, let me know. I'll put myself on the schedule.
bless you.